I came from a banking industry. I worked for a bank for 14 years until taking the jump in 2018 to do art full time. I'm just going to take a quick moment and I just want to thank my managers for not firing me.
I'm Brittany Forbish with Mountain America Credit Union, and today we're joined with artist La Morena. Thanks so much for being on today. So you've talked a lot about the community with the Queen Creek branch mural and this one that will be in the art district on 3rd and McDowell. So when you see murals and any public art, how do you think that contributes to sense of community?
I feel like from public art, street murals, it provides a sense of human connection to the community. The community is very engaging with these murals. I love the murals. Anytime anything is going up, there's a crowd. There's people asking questions. They want to know more about it. When we post, people want to get out. They want to know where it's at, what it's about, what's going on, where is it at, And so they've become monuments for a community. And I can talk about one of my murals that I did that actually had a huge impact on community. And what I mean by that is 2019, I painted a mural in honor of missing and murdered Indigenous women. And so with that mural, I painted it in like 5 days. I remember for this project, 1.5 street art was the mural project. I had another design that I was going to give them. It wasn't supposed to be the one that I ended up with, but I could not sleep. I remember when I gave them the mock-up that night, I could not sleep. I was tossing and turning to about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I said, something's not right. So I got up. I was going through my phone and just trying to see if something would spark like another concept, and there was her name is Jordan, and she's an Indigenous runner, and she had the red handprint on her face in honor of MMIW. And I thought to myself, oh my God, how could I forget about this topic? It's such, Arizona has the highest top 3% of missing and murdered Indigenous women in the United States. And so when that happened, I saw the image in my head, and I immediately called my friend Monique, and I said, can I paint your niece, Bella Rose? And she's like, yeah, sure. Took her to the studio, draped her in her the blanket her grandmother got during ceremony, put the red hand on her face. And I remember standing back and taking that picture, and I got goosebumps, and I said, something's going to happen, and I don't know what. And so I did the mural. I finished it on May 3rd. It took me 5 days. Then on May 4th, there was the MMIW Women's Conference that I didn't know, and that the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Awareness Day was on May 5th, and I had no idea. So everything aligned. And so when I posted it, it went viral, and it reached over 50,000 people in just a few days, and it became internationally known within 2 weeks. It even caught the attention of our Congressman, Greg Stanton, who learned about MMIW through my mural. And I got a phone call from him, from his team, that he wanted to meet me. And I was like, what? I was like, what did I do? They're like, no, I just want to talk to you about your mural. And I was like, okay. So he flew in from Washington, and we met at the wall, and we talked about MMIW and what's happening. And so to this day, he now is on board. Every year at the state capitol, he speaks and he talks regarding these issues, and they just passed a new bill regarding the turquoise alert. That means like if one of Indigenous sisters is missing, there's a turquoise alert. So that just shows you the power of art. Man.
Yeah, you've had a tremendous impact, obviously, on the community and well beyond Phoenix. Yeah. You have quite the following now. And I know it was probably a lot of scary times leading up to that, knowing if it was going to work out.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit before the podcast, but many artists and those with fluctuating income maybe struggle with the business side of things and getting that start. What kind of challenges have you faced in that area?
Wearing all the hats. I'm wearing all the hats, y'all. I'm tired.
You are the CEO and the artist and everything else.
Yeah, but I came from a banking industry. I worked for a bank for 14 years until taking the jump in 2018 to do art full time. And so I'm just going to take a quick moment, and I just want to thank my managers for not firing me. No, they really believed in me, and they encouraged me. And so when I gave my 2 weeks, I took that jump to do art. And so the challenging part, though, was I have so much structure and so much and organization that I learned from working from the banking industry, that I took that into my own career. So that I had that. Over the years, I don't know what happened, but I kind of let it go because you get busier. You obtain, I start painting murals. I start doing like illustrations, from paintings to commissions to brand deals to keynotes to all kinds of stuff. So I'm no longer able to manage both roles, which is the business side and the creative side, like I was in the beginning, which is weird because you feel like you should grow and this should be happening now. But the more you grow as an artist and your success, you get way busier. So you have all these hats. But what I've learned is that you definitely have to separate the two, like opening up a business account, right? And you have your personal, your business, making sure that you are I learned that any dime, a penny, whatever, just deposit it because it tracks your income.
Yes.
So we don't have a regular income like the 9 to 5 or 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And so I learned that, I used to say I live paycheck to paycheck. Now I live project to project.
Yeah, no, well, fluctuating income, it's similar to, artists, athletes, others who have fluctuating income.
Yeah.
It's a different strategy beyond getting paid every 2 weeks. How has Mountain America supported you in your journey as an artist, maybe financially, to give you the financial education you need, maybe help structure your finances?
Yeah, so I'm going to say you guys have helped me a lot so far in just the short amount of time that I've been in collaboration with you and working with you and banking with you. When I went to what I noticed right away is when I went to the branch, I got to sit down with a personal banker, but he not only helped me opening a bank account, we were in there talking for about an hour.
Well, I love to hear that. That's the way it's supposed to be out helping you.
Yeah,
and
so I felt like I knew him I felt like he was like one of the homies or whatever, like one of his friends.
Yeah.
I noticed his shoes, that's why. Because he had some Nikes on, but they were like artistic. Like you can tell someone designed it. And so that sparked the conversation into him learning about me and why I was there. And then his offering his services on how he can help me. And that made me that gave me peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because I honestly been with this other bank for so long, and I wanted that extra help, and knowing that I can go there with any questions I have. I know everyone says you can do it online. I'm not an online person.
Yeah, well, that's why we've got so many branches, right?
I want to go.
There's something about being in person and getting that one-on-one advice. So I love that you took advantage of that. Yeah,
and he actually helped me with a plan too, going forward with my financial business plans and stuff. So I was like, oh shoot, like he taught me some things, and I was really grateful for it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you had that experience, and obviously having the financial background helps tremendously.
Yeah.
So as you look back at your career so far, what are some of those kind of pinch me moments? Like I've heard maybe, there was an involvement with the Super Bowl, some other things. Like what have been those moments you're like, wow, I've really made it?
I'm pinching myself here. I was like, even this morning being with you guys at the ribbon cutting, I just like, I'm in awe with it all. But especially, I was in awe when the NFL reached out 2 years ago when I got that email. I thought that email was spam. I didn't believe it. But it was such a life-changing experience, and it's opened up so many doors for me. And already before that, my career was already progressing. It was already going up, up, up. And there's just these these opportunities that were happening for me that I thought were never possible, because I would say myself as growing up, I was a little Morenita, climbing the trees, falling out of trees and running around, playing soccer. I didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I didn't know. I went for computer animation, but I wasn't sure. And so now that I'm here doing this, and I worked with the NFL, and when they did that, I did the Super Bowl ticket for them, and they announced it on January 10th, 2023. My whole life changed. I had over 100 interviews, press interviews. It just went viral. And They loved the tickets so much that they asked me to do a mural, which was 9,500 square feet long.
Oh,
And the
wow.
crazy thing about it, guess where that mural's at? You remember the wall that I told you that changed my life or kind of started the whole thing for me
Yeah.
on 2nd Street in Washington? Well, her name's Stephanie from the NFL. She said, hey, we found a wall during one of our Zoom meetings. I'm like, oh, yeah, which one? She goes, I was like, where's it at? She's all, 2nd Street in Washington. I was like, oh, no way. And I go, Stephanie. She's like, yeah. I go, you realize that's the wall that changed my life? This is what did it for me to even start murals. And she's like, oh my God. And so it was like a full circle moment.
Oh, wow.
But when we painted that mural back in 2015, there was 2 hummingbirds. We never got to finish them. But if you look at the mural now, the 2 hummingbirds are back up and they're finished.
Okay, well, I'm going to head there after this. Go see that.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And what a, full circle on
Full
that.
circle.
So as you look back on where you started and where you're at, what advice do you have for newer artists that are just getting into this or have this aspiration, but maybe they're a bit afraid?
Yeah. I say that, you know what, if I can do it, you can do it. The thing with me is like I have determination. I have that willpower to keep going, to never give up. I've been through so much stuff in my life. I'm a single mother of 3. Now I'm a grandmother of 2. Like,
Well,
I had
congratulations.
Thank you. I had my oldest when I was 18 years old, and I never gave up, no matter how hard life got for me. Like, I don't see obstacles or hardships as a way to stop you. I see it as a challenge for me to keep going, because once you push through those obstacles, you grow, and then when you grow, you heal. And I've learned that about myself. And then during my whole journey, I've had this healing journey that I've also been going through, and my art has saved me. I've had some tough times in my early years when my kids were smaller, and I've come through that, and here I am wanting to I'm just doing something that I love that helped me. And so since I've seen the impact of what art can do for others, I just wanted to help, and share it with community. And for young artists coming in, I just say, don't give up and keep going. Don't look left, don't look right. Just, keep doing what you're doing. And I say, sigue adelante means keep moving forward, which is kind of similar to what you guys say with Mountain American Credit Union.
Yes, guiding you forward. I love that, because it's day by day, right?
Yeah.
One step at a time. Well, obviously, you've been such an inspiration to so many, and we've loved partnering with you. What other exciting news do we have to look forward to in the coming months?
Oh, there's a couple. I am trying to start my own YouTube channel, okay?
Oh, wow.
and I think you got to watch the big movie screens, because I just did a movie, my first movie.
Oh, wow.
And my art is going to be featured in it. I'm super excited because I saw it at the Cannes Film Festival, and I was like, oh my God.
Can you share what movie?
Eddington.
Oh, wow.
With
Okay.
film director Ari Aster.
Okay, so when will that be coming out?
July. Yeah, some of the leading roles is Pedro Pascal, Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Thompson, Austin Butler, and so I was the painting was here, so you almost made it. But I had to ship it out.
We're at the scene where it was created.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you are such an inspiration to us all, and seeing your determination and the success you've had is just so incredible for us, for artists. Your mindset of just keep going every day, one day at a time. So we really appreciate you coming on, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I am La Morena, and this is Guiding You Forward podcast.